everyone. Happy New Year, and thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Erin Schwartz, and I am the B2B Marketing Manager here at iHire. I would like to welcome you to today's webinar and live demo, Revitalize Your Recruiting in 2021, 10 iHire tools and features to find talent faster. In a moment, I'll turn it over to our speaker, Lori Cole, Customer Success Manager at iHire. Lori is a certified career advisor with over 20 years of experience in staffing and recruiting in the online world. At iHire, Lori leads the customer success team, the outplacement team, and the career advisor team. Our Director of Customer Success, Valerie Eden, will be joining Lori at the end of our presentation for the live Q&A, so please feel free to submit your questions at any time using the Q&A tool at the bottom of your screen. And don't forget to keep an eye out tomorrow for a follow-up email with a recording of today's webinar. So let's kick it off today with a poll. We're interested in knowing, what are your hiring plans for 2021? We'll give you about 30 seconds to answer the question. All right. Very exciting. Many of you hiring right now. So even if you're unsure of your hiring plans, you'll be able to start familiarizing yourself with our tools for attracting active and passive candidates in 2021 and building your employer brand along the way. Our goal today is to make recruiting qualified candidates as easy as possible so that you can focus on other tasks like running your business, onboarding new hires, managing your teams, and more. So with that, let's go ahead and jump right into our demo. We will be presenting a lot of information very quickly, but don't worry because we will be sending this recording out via email tomorrow. All right, Lori, over to you.
Thank you so much, Erin. So the first tool that we're going to look at is our candidate management tool. We've built some very powerful, intuitive candidate management tools right into our platform. And even if you don't currently use an applicant tracking system or an ATS, you can still use these tools to keep tabs on all of your applicants. We have a lot of tags and filters to make it easy to sort and organize candidates, and we allow you to move them through your recruitment funnel and even create customized recruitment funnels or workflows that will help your, with the help of your customer relationship manager. There's a lot to unpack here, so let's get started. This is how we sort and filter candidates. So we're in the My Candidates tab. Here's a list of our candidates. We can sort them through by the last name, interaction date, or rating. We can add filters, and my apologies, this pop-up didn't appear, but we'll see that later in the demo here. We can rate the candidates, and we can also clear the filters when we're done. This is how you organize talent pools. So you can organize candidates or just click one candidate at a time and organize them, giving them tags. And you can create custom tags if you'd like. You have to have one candidate selected to organize. You can also add them to a talent pool. And a talent pool is just a pipeline of candidates. You can use an existing talent pool or you can create your own and give permission levels on who can see that talent pool. Here's the tag on this candidate. You can also add additional tags here. You can also advance their status, and this is where you can create some custom workflows with the help of your CRM. So you can advance their status or add them to the talent pools here as well. This is the History tab where you can add notes or tag another team member and ask them to do something with this candidate. So I'm going to ask Molly to review this candidate and add that note. Now Molly can come back and add a note here so that I can see, and all my history will be below. And then this is how we find and disqualify candidates. So here's a list of our candidates, but as you know, these lists grow out of control very quickly. So you can find these candidates by name just by typing it in. It'll bring up everybody with the name of Lisa here. I can also organize candidates from here. I can click the whole group of candidates, add tags, add them to talent pools, or I can click just one candidate. Let's say that I've decided that Lisa's no longer in the running for this job. We want to go ahead and disqualify her. So I'm going to give you a preview of the disqualification message. On this screen, you can advance their current status in your workflow. You can move them to another pipeline. You can just choose to archive them after you've sent the disqualification message. And you can also choose whether or not that you send this disqualification message. And you would just click finish. And we ask you to do that to be a good employer on our site, to just let candidates know when they're not in the running any longer. All right, tool number 2 is our resume search, because sometimes you just can't wait around for candidates to find you. One of our most popular products is our resume search, which allows you to find qualified candidates from our database of over 3 million career-driven professionals. Let's show you how easy it is to set up advanced search filters and set up email alerts so you can snag top talent before the competition does. So I'm in the resume search tool. And we've blurred out some names here. I can choose a search radius. And I can start choosing filters over here on the left-hand side. I'm going to stop the video for a minute to explain. So this is where you would enter your job title up here. You can enter keywords and you can enter a zip code and find resumes based on that radius. Here are the filters that are currently in place for this search. So if you ever do a search and it's just, you've narrowed it down too much, you can always go up and reset the whole search, or you can erase these filters or delete these filters. Over on the left-hand side is where you really start to filter the people down. So think of this top area as a very broad search you're doing. It's going to return a lot of candidates for you. Then on the left-hand side, you can start screening them out with all of these different categories and filters. If you click the plus sign, it will expand the choices in that filter. And if you look at this week, for instance, it says there's 224 people with the last activity on the website of this week. So as you use these filters on the left, those numbers are going to dwindle down, and your search results numbers are also going to dwindle down. But these numbers will always give you the number of candidates in that category. So we'll continue here. And you can choose to put as many filters on as you like. That just expanded that category. So we have it down to 14 matches. That's a good number of resumes to look at. So I'm going to save this search. And the reason I do that is to make it easier for me to come back and do another search. Or I can get matching resumes that come into the database from now on emailed directly to me. So I don't have to come back and redo these searches all the time. All of the new matching candidates will come to me. I can look at these candidates and unlock them. So let's explain what the unlock is. To unlock a candidate means that you are unlocking their contact information, their name, their address, their phone number. We allow you to see every other piece of information on every candidate's resume. So you can really decide if you want to use one of your unlocks for the month on that candidate. So you don't have to unlock everybody that you see in order to view their entire resume. You can really view their entire resume minus the contact information, and then use your best judgment as to whether you want to unlock that contact information or not. So don't just go through and unlock the first 200 people you see. Really discern whether you think you're going to call that person or add them to a talent pool. If you are, then you might want to unlock them. You can also add people to the talent pool from this. So that's really good. A lot of times you're looking and you see somebody that you think, oh, not for this job, but they'd be really good for this other job. We'll go back here. This is where my saved searches will live, and I can rerun those. And then here's a list of my unlocked resumes that I can go back to. I can add filters. Here's that filter screen that didn't pop out on the last demo. So I can apply these filters and really start narrowing it down based on how I've organized people in my system. I can also do a custom search. So this is a Boolean search creator, and you don't have to know how to do a Boolean search. We kind of do this for you with drop downs. So this is going to return anybody that contains the exact phrase project manager in their resume in the Baltimore location. The green plus sign also allows me to add additional filters there. I can do a quick view of these resumes just by hovering over that quick view button. And this also tells me how many of my unlocks I have left. I have 174 contacts or unlocks left on my package for the month. All right, tool number 3 is our job optimizer tool. So this allows you to post an ad that targets the right candidates in just 4 easy steps. You can also set up some customized pre-screening questions to accompany your application to make it easier to vet these candidates at the top of the funnel. So right now I'm in the job posting flow. Every time you post a job, we save it as a template for you. So if you have jobs that you post regularly, you can use those templates. I can say if this job is remote or if I want it to be confidential, which would not show my company name or my branding. Here's a job description I put in, which I know is not so great. So while this job optimizer is working, I'm going to fill out the summary and say if it's a full-time job, years of experience, salary range, very important that you include salary range, any bonuses, and an internal job code if you need to. So this is a very weak job description, and I already knew that. So I'm going to take that out, delete it, and paste in a new one here. So this looks much better. Let's run the job optimizer again. And it says that this job is great. These tags tell me what other words I could use in the job description to attract more candidates. And it also tells me the top skills that were found in my job description. This is where we target the right community for your ad. So let's say you're posting a job for HR on the iHire HR site, but you also have a marketing job that you want to post. So instead of us forcing you to log into iHire marketing, we allow you to post your jobs from just one site. And then we will make sure that it gets to the right talent community with these questions. So this automatically said that they think that this should be on iHire customer service, but I can also type in the job title and it gives me some of the other sites that might be good for that job title, and you can change that then. If you want it posted on multiple sites or cross-posted, you do need to call your CRM manager for that, and they can take care of that. Oh, I want to go back to one more thing. I don't think I let it finish. Okay, here's where I wanted to go. This is the job application questions. So here are the pre-screening questions. These pre-screening questions, you can choose from a list of questions we already have, or you can type your own in. And it's as easy as toggling these switches if you want to use them. Here's where you could type in your own. We encourage you not to type in too many because we don't want this application process to go over 10 minutes if possible. You can choose the type of response that they can give you, and you can add that question. You can also add new applicant notification people to this system. So you can say, I want Val and Lori to get emails when these candidates apply. Then you can go through and you can preview your job ad. And you can preview the pre-screening questions. This is how the candidates will see this. It all looks very good. And then you can finish the posting flow by either purchasing a job slot or using any of the credits that you might currently have on file. So number 4 tool is our iScore resume match. You may recall seeing a numerical score next to each applicant's resume, but you may be unsure of how to interpret that score. So this is your applicant's iScore, which indicates how well the candidate's resume matches the keywords in your job description. So at a glance, you can see how well they match, making the screening process even easier for you. However, try to keep in mind that if a candidate does not have the exact matching keywords in their resume, their score may be deceptively low. So a good example of that would be if your job opening says you need somebody with Microsoft Office and the candidate has the words Excel and Word on their resume. Well, you and I as live people would know that they have Microsoft Office, but the system, the computers don't know that because it's not matching that keyword exactly. So for that reason, if you have the time and the resources, we encourage you to review each relevant resume before you disqualify the candidate. We typically see scores in the 70s, 80s, 90s range. And once in a while, we will see that unicorn that ranks at 100%. Tool number 5 is our salary research tool. So sometimes employers are unsure what constitutes a fair pay range for the role that they're advertising. And we try to take the guesswork out of that equation with the salary research tool. Once you find a fair salary range, we strongly urge you to consider including that in the job ad. According to our State of Online Recruiting report and survey, almost 49% of job seekers said that the salary range was the most important piece of information that an employer can include in a job ad. So by including that pay range, you can attract more qualified candidates to apply. The way you find this tool is up in Resources, Salary Research. On the left, you can select a job title. This shows I'm looking at a marketing manager. I can toggle hourly or annual pay range, and I can change the location. And then this will give me the high, median, and low ranges. And all of this data comes from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Number 6 is our company profile. A strong employer brand is critical for standing out in front of qualified talent and enhancing your reputation as a good place to work. So to help you build your employer brand, you can set up a free company profile on our platform, and this will showcase your job openings, your company photos, your videos, testimonials, your benefits, and more. Additionally, job seekers who use your profile may want to express interest in your company. So they can join your talent network with this button right here. When a job seeker sees and presses that button, they can let you know that they're interested in learning more about your organization and your future job openings. When candidates click that, they're prompted to send you a message with their desired job title and also a link to their candidate profile. So let's take a look at this company profile tool. We're going to go to edit mode, and you can add your logo. And as you hover over each of these sections, there is an edit content button. So we're going to copy and paste some content in here. And save our changes. And that gives you a preview. Here's where you would add videos, and you can add a new video from YouTube or Vimeo. Here's your benefits section, so you can add suggested benefits from the left column to the right-hand column, and you can also reorder those benefits to put the more important things at the top. You can also add a custom benefit like free parking. For us, we have fully stocked kitchens in our office, so that's a big deal to our employees, and we like to list that on our benefits sheet. You can add multiple pictures for a photo gallery. We're just going to add one here. You can also add testimonials. Here we go. So we're going to edit that and copy and paste some content in for a testimonial from one of our workers. And if you have multiples, it'll be a carousel. So you can just tab to the next person. You can also add office locations. And then if you have jobs listed on the website, it will show in that bottom section. So let's go see what it's going to look like to the candidates. So it looks very good. You've got your videos, your benefits, your locations, and a couple of places for them to join your talent network. Tool number 7 is Choice Employer. So if you're not familiar with our Choice Employer program, it's a way to reward employers for committing to treating our job seekers well. You've probably heard of the resume black hole, where job seekers apply for a role and they never hear back from the employer. And this causes a great deal of frustration and friction in terms of the candidate experience. So iHire has been working to raise awareness about this issue and encourage employers to respond to applicants in a timely fashion and let them know if they're no longer in the running for a position. And through this program, we reward employers for pledging to communicate with our candidates, as well as enabling a fair and fast application process. To learn about Choice Employer, it's in the footer of our website, and it will bring you to this landing page that gives you a lot of information, including a video, on what it means to be a Choice Employer with iHire. All we ask you to do is to take this pledge. So become a Choice Employer, and you get started here. You're committing that you will be an equal opportunity employer and that you will try to keep your application process to under 10 minutes or less, and that you'll also let candidates know when they're no longer in the running for a job. And then when you are a Choice Employer, you get this badge on your company profile. You get featured in the Choice Employer directory on the website where you have jobs posted on the home page. You get promoted in high traffic job search pages and candidate dashboards. And you're also boosted in the email alert results that we send to candidates. All right. Number 8 is our multi-user tool. This allows you to collaborate with your teammates during the hiring process. We allow teams of people on the website to use it and to share candidates and to share knowledge about those candidates. This is especially useful for companies who have hiring managers working with a recruiter or multiple hiring managers working together. In this demo, I'll show you how to set permissions and to streamline communications. So this is my team of people here. I can edit my team and give them different access levels. The blue question marks explain the access levels. I can add a new team member here. And we'll invite them. I'll show you what that invitation looks like here in a minute. You can also remove team members when you need to. Here's the permissions. So this shows you the different access level permissions. So I'll go to one of the candidates in my pipeline. So for Amanda, we've clicked her and we want to share this person. So I want to share this person with Lane. He's one of my team members. If he wasn't, I could invite him from here, and it would send him an email asking him to join my team. After they receive this email, this is the email that Lane would receive if I were just inviting him for the first time. It's inviting them to join the team, come to the iHire website, fill in a little information, and join our team so that we can start communicating back and forth. Tool number 9 is our resource library. So in addition to our tools and features, you have access to an entire library of really helpful hiring tips and templates to make recruiting a lot easier. We're always adding new and timely content, so you're able to stay up to date on best practices and strategies. So to find this, it's going to be in the Resource tab, Tips and Templates. Now you can start to type in a keyword and it will search all of our different articles for you. Or we also have things categorized down here. I'm going to highlight outplacement because we do have a virtual outplacement service at iHire. And this is an article that talks about virtual outplacement versus in-person outplacement. And then to the right, there's other related resources about outplacement. And finally, tool number 10. This is a big one because it is one of our biggest differentiators. We have customer success teams at iHire, and when you register with iHire, you are assigned a dedicated customer relationship manager or a CRM, and they can help ensure that you're getting the most out of your account. Your CRM can optimize your account with personalized customer service and support, and you can work with your CRM to make sure that you're following best practices. I'll show you how to get in touch with your CRM. There's a couple of different ways. On the home page of the website, down at the bottom, here's a photo of your CRM and their contact information. You can call, schedule a call, or send an email. So to get on the CRM's calendar, this takes you into the Calendly application. You don't have to download anything, but we'll show you the CRM schedule when they have open time available, and then you can choose a time that's good for you so that you can have a 15 or 30-minute meeting with them to touch base and just make sure that everything is how it should be with your account and see if they have any tips on you optimizing it. And with that, I'm going to turn it back over to Erin for the recap.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Lori. So these tools that we went over today are just a few of our tools and features that are designed to help you hire faster and recruit more efficiently. Keep in mind that we're always evolving our features and products based on feedback from you, the employer. So if there's something you need additional help with, or if you have an idea for a great new tool that would make recruiting easier, you're always welcome to share feedback with the contact form on our website, or reach out to your CRM, or you can always call or email our customer success team at customersuccess@ihire.com. All right, moving right into the Q&A. Thank you to everyone who submitted your questions during the presentation. We will go through those now, and feel free to continue to submit questions as they come up throughout the Q&A session. All right. And welcome, Val.
Yes, this is where we're bringing Val in for her expertise on the website.
As far as your job posting options go, what's the difference between job slots and job wraps?
That's a great question. So job slot is where you would have your subscription with iHire and you can post your jobs with us. We will take care of promotion of the jobs, but all of what Lori just demonstrated today would be your flow of creating that post right here on our site. And job wrap is where iHire can go in and grab your jobs as they're written on your company website or some external site where we can grab it, wrap it, and then display it here on our qualified industry sites. With both products, you get that dedicated client relationship manager. Both products, we've got flexible subscription options and quantity options. But the main difference is whether you have the time and energy to post your job with us, or if you would just rather us go grab it if you have a high volume on your site.
Can you integrate with my ATS?
Today, iHire integrates with 4 ATS. We integrate with Greenhouse, Smart Recruiters, Bullhorn, and also with iSense. And so if you have one of those 4, we're already set up for you. If you have another one or you have more questions about an ATS, your client relationship manager or our account managers are equipped to sort of answer your preliminary questions about that and see what it would take to integrate.
Can you talk about some ways that our employers would be able to increase their reach or ways to get in touch with more applicants? One of our listeners shared that they have a very exciting goal to hire 1 per month through 2021. So they're needing to boost their applicant count in order to do so.
Great. I think that's an awesome goal, and I'm happy to share that as we are iteratively developing our product, we're thinking of more ways of reaching out to more people. So soon to come, we've got messaging features to be able to message to your whole pipeline or to your whole talent pool. And one of the efficient ways when you are able to reach out to a bulk list of people that are qualified for your specific positions is that you're able to reach more than one person with an efficient 1 email message with specific tags to each recipient. But also you are able to filter out the ones that have already declared that they're not interested and use those talent pools for your multi-level engagement. So a lot of great messaging tools, our resume search that Lori unlocked or demonstrated. When you're unlocking resumes, you're reaching out to the candidates who have been most recently active on our site, increasing your chances of connection and that they are actively searching. And beyond that, one of the best features that we have right now is the client relationship management team that can look at your job, look what you're looking for, and really advise on ways that you can maybe increase your budget, increase your promotion, whether that's a featured job or nationwide, enhancing your radius to find your right talent. So a lot of tools under the hood, and we're ready to talk to you about that. I think it was Kevin, anytime you're ready.
We are currently using Indeed, which has some of these options. How do you differ from Indeed?
Great question. We really value Indeed in the marketplace and think they have great tools. The way that I would differentiate iHire from Indeed is more qualified talent. Indeed has many candidates on their site that will apply to jobs, and you'll receive a high number of applicants. But when you're really looking for your unicorn that has either certifications, license, and you're looking for not necessarily a lot of volume of applicants, but you're looking for the right person, that's where iHire's 56 sites really come in handy for specifically your industry.
Great. Thank you so much, Valerie, for joining us.
Sure.
All right. And thank you all so much for attending today and for submitting your questions. If any other questions come to mind, never hesitate to reach out to your account manager, your CRM, or even just our customer success team. They will be able to get your question routed to the right person. Keep an eye out tomorrow for an email with a recording of today's webinar, as well as emails that we'll send in a few weeks promoting our February webinar on resolutions you can make for recruiting in 2021. All right, thanks again, everyone. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.